Hey, what's happening guys? I'm Kieran and today I want to talk to you about one of the most popular Mancera fragrances. I want to talk to you about red tobacco. And the reason I want to talk to you about red tobacco is because I've been wearing this stuff quite a lot recently, and man does this thing perform. It performs like no other Mancera fragrance I've tried or owned. So if you're interested in a really nice smelling beast mode fragrance from Mancera, stay tuned, so I've got all the details coming up right now. Now, red tobacco was released in 2017 and I think it quite quickly became a pretty popular one in the line. Now, what this fragrance is a nice, warm, spicy, slightly smoky, sweet and smooth blend. Now, you've got some pretty strong sounding notes up top, such as oud and incense and cinnamon, but you've also got some saffron and nutmeg, some apple and pear, and that apple and pear up top really soften things out to make it a nice, well-rounded smelling fragrance. In the mid, you've got patchouli and musk, and in the base, you've got a sandalwood, gaiac wood, vetiver, vanilla, and some lovely base notes down there as well. Now, I don't own a full bottle of this stuff anymore, but I've been using these samples that I've had lying around, and even 2 sprays of this thing lasts me all day long. I could apply this in the morning, 5-6 hours later, I'm still getting wafts of this stuff around me. And that's not me having to go in and smell wherever I've applied the fragrance. That is this stuff just performing. I'm going about my day and I'm picking up on this stuff. I've got in my car the next day after wearing this and I can smell it in the car. It really does keep going and going and going. This stuff will stay on your clothes until you wash it off. And I'm talking weeks and weeks, if not longer. So this stuff is really powerful. Now, the projection on this is great. I think this stuff just pushes out for hours and hours and people are just going to be smelling it around you. It's got great sillage, it will leave a lovely scent trail behind you. And yeah, as I say, this stuff is going to keep going and going. I find that it's a pretty easy compliment getter. I think because it's nicely rounded by those sweet notes up top, nothing is too strong in here. The oud that I mentioned is a typical kind of Mancera oudy DNA that they use in a lot of their fragrances, which some of you may be familiar with. So all in all, nothing is ever too powerful at one time, in my opinion. Now, I do find that the apple and pear you can smell quite a bit, and the tobacco in here I think is quite gentle. It's not a huge, heavy, powerful tobacco fragrance. You certainly can smell the tobacco and you can smell it from first spray, but I think as it dries down, you pick up a little bit more of it. But as I say, it's all still pretty gentle. You also get a little bit more sweetness as it dries down from the vanilla, but all in all, nothing is ever too dominant. It's just a nice, well-rounded, smoky, sweet, warm, spicy fragrance. It's an easy one to get compliments with, as I say, because I think it is well-rounded and it's pretty pleasing to people around you. So a really nice one that most people are going to like. Now, I find this to be slightly more masculine leaning, in my opinion, but both men and women can wear this. It is a unisex fragrance, but I feel it's leans slightly more to the masculine side of things. It is one that you're going to want to wear on colder days and in those colder months. Cold evenings, nighttime, date nights, Christmas time. I find this really good around the fireplace, strolling a Christmas market. That type of vibe is what this gives me. You could wear it during the day, but you'd need to be dressed, I think, fairly smart. Smart casual's fine, but dressed up a little bit. It's got some elegance to this fragrance, and overall just a lovely smelling fragrance that's going to perform really, really well. Now, I feel like I say this all the time about Mancera fragrances, but they are great value for money and they perform really well. To me, red tobacco performs better than most, if not all, that I have tried or owned. So it's definitely one to check out if you want a niche beast mode fragrance that has great longevity and great performance. This thing really does the job. Now, I do think this is one that you're going to want to try before buying, and I think it may even be one for some where you need to spend a bit of time with this to really see if it's going to be for you or not. I was a little undecided when I first owned red tobacco because the sweetness from the pear and apple I find quite prominent, and I wasn't sure if that was really going to work for me. I at first kind of thought it might have been a bit kind of sickly sweet. But as I started to wear this more and more, I kind of got to know it a little bit better, and I got to know when it works best. And overall, I just think it's a really nice, smooth, well-blended fragrance that has the spiciness, it has the sweetness, but none of them are actually too much at any one point in time. So just a nice fragrance. But yeah, you're going to want to try this before you go ahead and buy. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up, consider subscribing and comment below, and I will catch you in the next video really, really soon. You take care. Bye.